We'll start off first with the number 9 seeded Duchesne Eagles, as they are the designated visiting team in this one. First off, a sophomore guard wearing number 3 is Tasha Moat. Then a senior guard, number 10, Kelsey Grant. Wearing number 11 is a 5'3" junior guard, Jaylee Farnsworth. Wearing number 12 is a senior forward, Lexi Moreland. And number 23 is a sophomore forward, number 23, Chesney Farnsworth for the Eagles. And again, they are coached by Kyle Grant. They'll be wearing their road blues with the silver letters and numbers and silver trim this morning. Now for the designated home team, the 5th seeded North Sevier Wolves, here's Nolan Anderson.
Yeah, starting for North Sevier will be the senior guard, number 12, Brooklyn Butler. Also starting at guard, sophomore, number 13, Swayze Mason. Another sophomore guard, number 15, Trey Torgerson. Starting in the middle, the senior center, number 22, Allie Mason. And another sophomore guard, number 25, Kel Torgerson. The North Sevier Wolves are coached by head coach Lexa Larson.
North Sevier is dressed in their home whites today with the crimson letters and numbers and blue, crimson, and gray trim around the sides of their jerseys. Duchesne will be going left to right across your radio dial, TV, and computer screen, and North Sevier will be going right to left. Hey, appreciate Jones Paint and Glass, bathroom glass, shower doors and mirrors in all styles and sizes at affordable prices. Follow Jones Paint and Glass on Facebook or Instagram for design inspiration, tips, and more. That's Jones Paint and Glass. Do have a final to pass along from the 3A game earlier today. In that first game, it was Canyon View beating Layton Christian in overtime. A thriller there, 52-51. So a fun game in that one. We had a fun game in our 2A game earlier. And now the other 3A game going on now is number 12 Delta against number 9 Judge Memorial. Here we have 5 North Sevier against number 9 Duchesne. Allie Mason will win the tip over Lexi Moreland, and North Sevier has it to start this one for this consolation bracket game. Butler goes left side high to Swayze Mason. Streaking through the middle, nothing there. Going to reject the screen as she drives left. Got the ball poked away, gets it back on the baseline out to Butler. Butler going to fake right, drives left, got inside, scoop with the right hand and scores.
Yeah, really nice job just creating space and spreading out the defense and taking advantage.
Kelsey Grant on the left side, kicks it out to the wing to Farnsworth. That's Jaylee up top to Chesney Farnsworth. Looking to drive right side, slips to the defense, puts up the runner off the glass, no good. Allie Mason the rebound.
You talked about Allie Mason having a big game. She's, typically it's rebounding, but I think offensively, they got to get her some buckets early down low.
Trey Torgerson dribbles into the left hand, tries to throw it back out to Butler. Into the backcourt it goes, and Butler will touch it first to get the over and back violation. Chesney Farnsworth was alertly trying to beat them to go get that layup.
She really was, and I think Butler was kind of just holding her off. She knew it too and was just waiting just to touch it so they can set up their defense.
Inbounding is Chesney Farnsworth. She'll come into the timeline to Jaylee Farnsworth. Up top, guarded by Butler. 2-0 North Sevier. Left wing it goes to Moat. Rejects the screen in a drive baseline. Got cut off. Tries to pass it across the key. Kicked by Trey Torgerson. Duchesne ball on the baseline.
North Sevier going to play their 2-3 zone on the inbounds play.
Farnsworth to inbound. That's Jaylee. Tries to come right side. Knocked out of bounds by Trey Torgerson. The length of the Torgerson twins is almost deceiving, but they are really long, really active, and quick that they can get into those passing
They
lanes.
really are, and you saw that yesterday as Trey Torgerson trying to defend Aaliyah Baldwin, trying to use some of that length to slow her down.
Up top is Moat. Goes off the screen, hands off in the corner to Jaylee Farnsworth, passes it back up top to Kelsey Grant. Grant going to dribble left side, goes to the corner to Chesney Farnsworth. One dribble, steps to the defense again, off the glass a little too hard that time, and rebound by Jaylee Farnsworth. She'll go back up, and free throws coming.
You got to just go straight up right there. Anytime you kind of bring your hand down, slap at the ball, you're going to get a foul called, and you're better off just early on just going straight up, making them shoot over the top.
Trey Torgerson will pick up her first foul, first team foul. Jaylee Farnsworth at the free throw line, first one good. So that puts Duchesne on the board.
Yeah, Farnsworth a good shooter. She's one of those that she goes the line, she shoots free throws well, but you've got to guard her on the three-point line as well.
2 points now for Farnsworth as she makes them both, ties the game at 2. 6:47 to go in the first quarter. In the backcourt, Kel Torgerson up ahead to Trey Torgerson. She'll weave through traffic. Gets down the left side, pull up 10-footer, off the glass and in.
And that's how you beat the press right there. Just dribble right through it, go down, and make them pay with a nice 10-foot jumper.
Jaylee Farnsworth the other way on the left side. Cut off on the block. Passes out to the wing. Knocked out of bounds by Brooklyn Butler. Remains Duchesne ball. Jaylee Farnsworth will inbound on the far sideline. Skips it in for Tasha Moat. Out to Grant near the timeline. 6:25 to go in quarter number 1. Crosses over. Hands off left wing to Moat. Moat going to go left to right across the lane. Faces up. Passes it back out to Grant. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Grant drives left side. Pump fake. Now steps back. 10-footer. In and out. Rebound. Saved, but out of bounds. Last touch by Duchesne.
Yeah, notice the matchup, too. You got Kelsey Grant going against Brooklyn Butler, the 2 senior leaders of each of these teams.
Butler in the backcourt. Gets it up ahead to Kel Torgerson. 1-2-2 trap. Up ahead to Butler to get across the timeline. Picks up her dribble. There's the trap. Moat able to tie her up. Jump ball called, and it gives it to Duchesne. A North Sevier turnover.
Yeah, right there, Brooklyn Butler just tried to split the trap. If you're going to split that trap, you got to go hard. You got to keep your dribble alive. You can't stop. And she just let it close the gap too soon and got trapped.
Right wing Moreland. Guarded tight by Swayze Mason. Going to dribble around the perimeter to the left side and hands to Jaylee Farnsworth. Farnsworth picks it up, skips it over to Moat. Moat, pump fake, going to drive right side. Steps to the defense, puts up the shot. Air ball hard. Swayze Mason the rebound for North Sevier. Up ahead to Butler on the right side. Moreland digs in as Butler drives. Steps to the defense. Off the glass too hard. Kel Torgerson the backside rebound and the left hand put back.
Yeah, really nice job. Kel Torgerson getting to that offside and staying with the rebound and going straight back up with it.
Moreland pump fake now drives in and she'll draw the foul on Allie Mason. It'll be Duchesne ball on the baseline. First foul on Mason, second team foul.
Well, that foul, that's one of those where the defender doesn't realize the offensive player is going to stop and just kind of runs in the back of her.
Pass up top, nearly tipped by Torgerson, but gathered by Chesney Farnsworth. She drives right side, off the glass and in.
Number 23, Chesney.
And Coach Grant wants to talk about it. Timeout called with 5:16 to go in the first quarter. North Sevier 6, Duchesne 4 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and V6 Media.
D&A McRae is hiring crude oil truck drivers for our Uinta Basin routes. Be home daily, drive new and well-maintained equipment, and earn quarterly bonuses with great benefits. D&A McRae offers outstanding career choices with flexible schedules, benefits, performance bonuses, and an average starting pay of $100,000 per year. We're a safety-focused, family-friendly work environment looking for those that fit our values. Call 435-893-4442 or visit McRaeTrans.com to complete an application.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Community College as we come out of the timeout. 6-4, North Sevier with the lead. What do you see in these first 3 minutes here, Nolan?
Well, right now, you kind of a faster-paced game than what we've seen in the last one. Already 6-4. 3 minutes in, and these two teams really trying to, I think, pick up the intensity and a lot of defensive pressure.
Tip ball by Duchesne. Nearly had this steal, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles. Remains North Sevier ball on the near sideline. 5:07 to go in quarter number 1. Trey Torgerson to inbound. Bounces it into the corner to Butler. Going to drive baseline. Cut off by Jaylee Farnsworth. Reverses out to Kel Torgerson. Pump fake. Going to dribble in left to right. Got in the lane. Passes across, but she traveled first. So North Sevier turnover. Now Brooklyn Butler going to put some pressure on Jaylee Farnsworth in the backcourt. Backs off once the ball got in. On the volleyball line, Farnsworth working the drive left side. Got cut off. Backdoor cut for Grant. Overthrew her out of bounds. Duchesne's first turnover of the game.
Yeah, North Sevier's got to have some create some turnovers of their own just like that so that they can, right now they don't want to be letting Duchesne be the aggressors. They've got to be the aggressors as well defensively and create some turnovers of their own.
Jaylee Farnsworth with an interception as she jumps the passing lane intended for Allie Mason. The other way comes Chesney Farnsworth, puts up the runner, no good off the back of the rim. Rebounds on the ground, and Allie Mason picks it up, and she'll be fouled by Chesney Farnsworth. That'll be her first, team's first. Little frustration foul there for Chesney. Off the missed basket. Into the game now for Duchesne will be the freshman Kira Grant. She comes in for Jaylee Farnsworth. North Sevier ball working against a 1-3-1
And I like this. They're sending too deep. They've got to just throw that long pass once in a while and try to beat the defense.
Pass is intended for Butler, but to the side of her. She couldn't grab it. Picked up by Grant. She'll come the other way. Passes left side to Moat. 15-footer on the baseline. Short off the rim. Backside rebound is eventually gathered by Kel Torgerson. 5 turnovers, though, for North Sevier in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, way too many.
Right wing is Butler. Up top to Torgerson. Left wing it goes to Trey Torgerson. She's looking to go to drive. Kelsey Grant guarding her tight. Cuts her off on the baseline. Comes back out to the wing to Kel. High post to Butler. One dribble. Steps to the defense. Scoop with the left hand. Too hard off the glass. Kira Grant the rebound for Duchesne.
Yeah, pretty good look. Just not able to get that one to go down. North Sevier, though, in that 1-3, they can go 2-1-2, which is what they tried to do, but they've got to throw that past that deep corner and then get that person kind of the top of the key, high post area, cutting to the basket quickly.
Chesney Farnsworth had the ball stripped out of her hand as she drove. Out of bounds it goes. Duchesne ball on the baseline. 4 low. Kira Grant will inbound. Lobs in for Moreland. Right side high to Kelsey Grant. Left side high to Moreland. Pump fake, going to drive in at the right hand. Pull up 6-footer. Knocks it down. Tie game.
Yeah, right there, Moreland just got Mason too far out and then give her a little bit of a shot fake. Mason's just probably got to stay a little bit further back, gap her, force her to shoot that 3-point shot.
Mila Torgerson into the game for Allie Mason for North Sevier after Brooklyn Butler had the ball knocked out of bounds. Remains at North Sevier ball on the baseline. Inbounding is Trey Torgerson. Bounces it in, but knocked out of bounds by Chesney Farnsworth, which North Sevier's lucky on that one.
They really are. Right now, Duchesne is really active defensively, hands in the passing lanes, and they're all, they're anticipating the pass very well, too.
They lobbed out for Butler. She's going to dribble in at the left hand and takes a bump and a foul called. So it'll be a North Sevier ball on the baseline as Kira Grant picks up her first foul, second team foul on Duchesne. Swayze Mason to inbound underneath. Pass comes in right wing. In the block, they work it inside. Pump fake. Pump again by Kel Torgerson. Now comes out to Swayze Mason. Drives right side. Took a couple of bumps. The hardest one from her teammate. Yeah. But they do call a foul on Duchesne.
Yeah, and I really like the post-up of Kel Torgerson. She's got a huge size advantage over Moat. Get her the ball down low in position she can score. She's got good footwork and good moves down low.
Offensive foul on the screen will go against Mila Torgerson. She'll pick up her first third-team foul. Jaylee Farnsworth back into the game for Tasha Moat. The earlier foul, by the way, was on Chesney Farnsworth, which was her second for Duchesne. She came out of the game as Chloe Cowan has checked in. Left wing, Kira Grant with it. They bring Kelsey Grant up off a double screen, going to work her way left side, back to Kira. And a foul up top. You got the two officials up top, and the underneath official is who calls the push on Swayze Mason. Her first, team's fourth.
Yeah, and didn't really see that closely, but official called it, and so you play on.
In the corner is Kira Grant, right wing to Chloe Cowan. She'll set for three. Off the rim, no good. Moreland the rebound, goes back up, stripped by Mila Torgerson, and Trey Torgerson comes up with it. 6-6 your score, 2:42 to go in the first quarter. Left wing, Butler looks for Trey Torgerson, who is cutting to the corner, and out of bounds it goes. The sixth North Sevier turnover.
Yeah, and it was 6-4. Duchesne gets the other 2 points to make it 6-6, and really North Sevier, they scored early and really haven't done much of late.
I don't think they scored for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Jaylee Farnsworth on the volleyball line, guarded by Butler. Yo-Yo's right side, left side high. Hands off on the wing to Kira Grant. They're looking inside for Moreland, being double-teamed in the lane. Grant dribbles in, pull up 12-footer, too hard off the glass. Backside rebound by Moreland. And she goes down the lane for Kelsey Grant, threw it at her feet. Swayze Mason able to knock it away. Ball's on the ground. Both teams dive for it. Jump ball gives it to North Sevier.
Yeah, this is one of those opportunities, if you're Coach Larson, you got to run the set play. That's something you can get a bucket, get a foul, get to the foul line. Something that you can get your offense going again.
Here comes the trap against Butler. She's able to get it to Kel Torgerson. Lobs underneath to Swayze Mason. Catch and misses the layup right side as the defense flew by. Out of bounds on the rebound. Knocked off by Duchesne. So North Sevier ball.
And that was just the hustle of the defense of Duchesne getting back. Swayze Mason had a good look at it, but I think she felt the pressure of Duchesne coming down the lane hard.
Now driving in as Butler splits with the defense. Got the pass to Mila Torgerson, and she's fouled as she goes up. So 2 free throws coming for Mila Torgerson. Foul on Lexi Moreland, her first, team's fourth. Since that pretty quick pace first 3 minutes, it's really slowed down.
I was going to say it. Well, and it's obviously the half-court pressure has caused that, but then North Sevier, I like that they've got 2 people on the block, but they got to get them the ball quick, and then they got to go straight up and go strong, and Mila Torgerson was able to get the ball and draw the foul.
Cameron Pearson in the game for Trey Torgerson for North Sevier. Mila Torgerson made the first free throw, misses the second. Jaylee Farnsworth the rebound for Duchesne. She'll bring it up with Cameron Pierce hounding her on the hip. Drives all the way in, coast to coast. Wave off the shot, the foul on the drive. It's going to go against Mila Torgerson or Cameron Pierce.
Yeah, and she had a step on Pierce the whole length of the floor, but nobody was willing to step over and stop the dribble and take a charge.
Right side high, they go to Grant. Grant hands in the corner to Jaylee Farnsworth. Skip pass intercepted by Swayze Mason and a Duchesne turnover. And North Sevier is going to give it back. Out of bounds on the baseline, Duchesne ball. 8th North Sevier turnover.
Yeah, good defense of Swayze Mason getting the steal right there, and good court recognition. She had her head up, good vision, just a little too much on the pass.
Across the timeline comes Jaylee Farnsworth, left wing to Grant. Grant going to dribble in left to right, stripped by Swayze Mason, and Chloe Callan nearly strips her back and then gets called for the foul. So, little extracurriculars happening there after the play was dead. 5 team fouls. It's the first on Callan.
Well, I think that's what she's talking about, that she threw the ball, but I think Swayze Mason was thinking, if I'm going to lose balance, I'm going to try to throw the ball off you and get it to go out of bounds. I don't think it was intentional.
Bounce across the key from Swayze Mason to Mila Torgerson for the right side finish.
Yeah, really good passing that time. Good ball movement from the Wolves, and they went post to post right there from Mason to Torgerson for the 2.
Left wing it goes to Grant. Grant hands off in the corner to Cowan. Cowan lobs in for Kelsey Grant, puts the shot. Offensive foul called. Butler draws the charge, and Kelsey Grant will pick up her first foul.
Yeah, it's only her first. You talked about it, Robert, that Duchesne's got to get Kelsey Grant going early, and I felt like North Sevier need to get her in some early foul trouble, but she had the good post-up move, but Brooklyn Butler had her position, drew the foul.
There's the pressure again by Duchesne. Ball's loose. Butler picks it up and a foul will be called as she went out of bounds on a push. So it'll be North Sevier ball. In fact, they're going to shoot 1-and-1. I think it's Lexi Moreland who picks up her second. So you got Moreland and Chesney Farnsworth each with 2 now for Duchesne in this first quarter.
In the first quarter, yeah. They've been aggressive. They came out from the tip-off, and they established that we're going to be the aggressors. We're going to run the half-court trap, whatever we can. North Sevier's beat us twice this year. They're trying to find a way to maybe take some sort of advantage, and they feel like that's probably through their defense.
Trey Torgerson into the game for Kel Torgerson. The front end of the 1-and-1 for Butler, in and out. And a foul on the rebound against Duchesne.
If that's going against Grant, it is.
Kelsey
That's her
Grant,
second.
Her second. So now Mila Torgerson will shoot free throws.
And this is where North Sevier's really got to take advantage of Duchesne being in foul trouble, and they're already shooting free throws, but continue to attack the basket.
Misses the front end. Jaylee Farnsworth, the rebound for the Eagles. 9-6 North Sevier, 28 seconds to go in the quarter. Left side high, Kira Grant. Skips it underneath to Jaylee Farnsworth, who got position, and she draws the foul as she goes up. 2 free throws coming for Jaylee Farnsworth.
Yeah, that time Cameron Pierce, she's guarding the player that's out on the wing, but you've got to still be in help side defense in good position, and she got caught on the backside, and a good find from Duchesne to recognize that and get Farnsworth the ball.
Miley Torgerson picks up with a foul. First free throw is good for Farnsworth. Morgan Ewell into the game for Duchesne, along with Tasha Moat. Coming in earlier was Tanisha Torgerson. Second free throw from Farnsworth off the back of the rim. High bounce, no good. Pierce the rebound for North Sevier. Butler up ahead to Swayze Mason. Skips it over to Pierce. Hands to Butler on the right wing. Takes the deep three, short off the rim, backside rebound. Mila Torgerson spins in the lane, puts it up high off the glass, no good. Got on rebound, goes back up, no good. Now Cowan the rebound for Duchesne, and she double dribbles as the horn sounds. So that will be how the first quarter comes to an end at the end of one in this 2A girls consolation semifinal. It is North Sevier 9, Duchesne 7 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and V6 Media.
DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 42 cents a mile, going to 44 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, bonuses, and more. To join the DP Curtis crew, call 435-893-2886, 893-2886, or click on dpcurtis.com.
It's not about the miles you take when you're driving, but the milestones you see when you get to where you're going. When you graduate high school, buy your first car, get married, start a family, find your first home, and grow old together. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Christensen, CTE Director for Sevier, Paiute, and Wayne School Districts. Do you know what career pathways are offered at your high school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and career guidance through 35 CTE career pathways. This gives students a direct connection between doing well in high school and being able to transition smoothly to post-secondary opportunities that include on-the-job training, certificate programs, and 2- and 4-year college degrees. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. What a finish by Jaylee Farnsworth. Drove left side, high off the glass and in. Ties the game at 9 to start the second quarter. North Sevier and Duchesne. Left wing Trey Torgerson sets for three. Off the rim, no good. High rebound. And it'll be a jump ball, which keeps it with North Sevier.
Yeah, North Sevier just not able to get any of those three-point shots to fall. They struggled a little bit with their shooting yesterday, and right there Torgerson had a good look, just not able to get it to go down.
So North Sevier ball on the baseline. Underneath is Trey Torgerson. Or Kel Torgerson, inbound. Lobs out for Trey. Now going to dribble left side. Kicks it out to Cameron Pierce. She'll hand off to Butler. Butler dribbles in down the lane, and she's fouled on the drive. It'll be on the ground. Give you a quick update on the 3A girls game. Judge Memorial leads at Delta 12-8. That's early second quarter in that one as well. Jaylee Farnsworth just picks up her first foul for Duchesne, 9th team foul.
Yeah, the next foul for North, on Duchesne, North Sevier is going to be shooting 2.
Butler makes the front end. She has 3 points. I'm going to say the good news for Duchesne is that North Sevier's free throws have really struggled.
They haven't shot well.
Butler, though, makes the front end and the back end, so she has 4 points now to lead North Sevier back to a 2-point Wolves lead.
Well, the other thing to consider is, it's a 2-point game, and Duchesne has a chance to come down, tie, or take the lead right here.
Up ahead it goes left side to Ewell. Ewell going to work her way around, comes up top to Moat. Moat top of the key, dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it right wing to Cowan. Thought about the shot, dribbles to the baseline, now bounces it back out for Moat. She picks up her dribble, looks for some help. Cowan comes and gets it from her. Guarded by Trey Torgerson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lost the basketball. Allie Mason rips it away from Cowan, but Cowan was able to tie her up, so the jump ball stays with Duchesne.
North Sevier right there, that's probably the most intense defensive possession they've had so far in this game, as they really come out and pressure the ball high all the way up to the half-court line, and then Allie Mason tying it up.
Duchesne thought it was a foul call, but it's a jump ball. So they're still questioning what should be happening here, because Duchesne's yelling it should be 1-1.
Yeah, they called jump.
They get things clarified with each other. They'll lob in for Cowan up top. Goes right junction 2. Torgerson tries to throw inside and overthrew Ewell. Out of bounds it goes. Just the 5th Duchesne turnover.
Hey, good looking play right there as they try to get that flex cut coming off the baseline. Throw it out top and then set a back screen, but just missed the cutter.
In the backcourt, Trey Torgerson up ahead to Brooklyn Butler. Picks up her dribble, looks for some help, and nearly had it stripped, but able to get it to Trey Torgerson. Drives in and throws underneath, out of bounds. North Sevier turnover.
You know, there's no reason to be in a hurry. Duchesne's got 19 fouls already. Just be patient, move the ball, use the dribble, draw the defense, and kick, and trying to make a hard pass and turn it over.
6:39 to go in the first half, 11-9 North Sevier. Farnsworth out the screen, works away left wing. Hands it off to Ewell. Ewell swings around to Cowan, right side high. Cowan off the screen, dribbles left side down the lane, got through, blocked by Allie Mason. Mason grabs it. Down the floor comes Butler right side. Moat digs in and steps to the defense. Offensive foul called on a screen, on Butler. Let's see what she did.
Yeah, I don't know if she hooked her or what, because there was no real, contact where it could be block charge. So I'm guessing maybe an elbow or trying to hook the defender maybe.
Timeout called. We'll take it. 6:20 to go in the half. 11-9. North Sevier leads Duchesne on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and V6 Media.
Jones Paint and Glass has been serving the Utah community since 1938.
We love the communities we serve, not only in Utah, but through our network of dealers outside of Utah as well. It is our passion to be able to turn people's visions for their homes into a reality.
Whether you're updating your home or bringing the visions of your new home to life, Jones Paint and Glass is here for all your paint and glass needs.
When you hear the crash, you better think Jones Paint and Glass.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Nolan Anderson. 11-9 your score. North Sevier leads Duchesne. And North Sevier 10 turnovers compared to Duchesne's at 5. But Duchesne has had a few more fouls than North Sevier. And it's a tight game, 11-9.
Well, and this is a game. It's going to be this way. I would right down to the wire. These two teams, North Sevier coming up with 2 wins earlier, but they've been close both times.
Jaylee Farnsworth dribbles right to left in the lane, misses the layup with the left hand off the rim, and Torgerson for Duchesne loses the rebound out of bounds, so North Sevier ball.
Sometimes just the presence of having Allie Mason down low right there, you don't shoot the ball like you normally would if you don't have that presence of her in there defensively.
Trey Torgerson comes out to Brooklyn Butler. She'll set for the deep 3. Nothing but net. Brooklyn Butler now with 7, and North Sevier with their largest lead of 5.
I really like that shot because she stepped into it. Some of those others, she's been there kind of flat-footed and then decides I'm going to shoot it. But she stepped into the shot, got her momentum going forward, and knocks it in.
Right wing Cowan. She'll drive baseline, stripped on the way out of bounds off of Kel Torgerson. So Duchesne ball on the baseline.
Substitution for the Wolves, number 13.
Swayze Mason back into the game for Cameron Pierce for North Sevier. Bounce pass into the left side. Low block to get it from Torgerson to Ewell down the lane. In and out. Mason rips the rebound away.
Yeah, Mason's got. She's a force down there. She's here to play today. She knows that this is win and can play tomorrow or go home.
And then Brooklyn Butler with a transition 3 on the right wing. She has 10, and all of a sudden it's an 8-point North Sevier lead.
You felt like as soon as they could start getting a couple of those threes to go down, things would open up for them. And hopefully now with Butler catching fire a little bit, things will do that.
Up top is Tasha Moat. Goes to the wing to Cowan. Pump fake, looks to drive, got inside, puts it up off the glass, no good, but a foul called, and free throws coming for Chloe Cowan. Kelsey Grant's been out for quite a while. She didn't do a lot in that first quarter. Her dad or Coach Grant, her dad looking to see how long do you go without her?
Well, you can't let it get more than double digits. You try to keep it under 10, and I think you're okay to just ride it out till halftime. You hate to get her a third. But at the same time, you're down to 1 game, right? You got to try to win this one.
Alyssa Rosequist into the game for Allie Mason for North Sevier, and Kira Grant into the game for Jaylee Farnsworth for Duchesne.
When you talked about Kira Grant yesterday, had a great game against Beaver.
Cowan made the first, misses the second free throw too hard. Rebound Kel Torgerson for North Sevier. Lobs up ahead. Ball got tipped by Moat, picked up by Ewell. She'll bring it the other way for the Eagles. Tipped away from behind by Trey Torgerson, and Butler picks it back up. So North Sevier the other way. Up ahead to the wing to Kel Torgerson. She'll turn around for three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Ewell the rebound for Duchesne.
And North Sevier trying to pick up the pace offensively, too. Try to get a little bit more fast break and get this tempo up.
Cowan up top, off the screen. Going to drive left side, slips to the double team, off the glass, too hard. Rebound by Torgerson. She'll go back up, off the rim, no good. It just fell off the front. Swayze Mason the rebound for North Sevier. Up ahead to Trey Torgerson. Crosses over, drives the lane, got cut off, comes out to Butler. Butler guarded by Grant, directing traffic. 4 minutes to go in the half, 17-10 North Sevier. Right side, Swayze Mason. Has the ball knocked away by Cowan. Ball's loose, picked up by Kira Grant. Grant coming the other way. Down the middle of the floor she goes, gets down the lane, gets cut off, hands off to Ewell for the left side layup, no good. Got her own rebound on the backside, goes back up, no good, off the side of the backboard. Rebounds on the ground, Swayze Mason has it.
Duchesne has missed a lot of easy ones in there, Robert.
Swayze Mason now tied up by Chloe Cowan. It'll stay with North Sevier. Chloe Cowan is just getting after it.
Yeah. Well, and Mason's got to be stronger with the basketball, recognize that, hey, if I put it out there, they're going to try to get a tie ball, jump it up, whatever, try to get any tip, steal, turnover. Got to take care of the ball, really sweep it and rip it through.
Right side high is Butler. Goes right wing to Swayze Mason. 3.5 to go in the first half. Up top to Trey Torgerson. Hands off on the wing to Rosequist. Defense sagging. She'll step up for the three. Short off the rim. And the rebound by Ewell for Duchesne. Throws down the floor for Tanisha Torgerson. Made a nice catch in traffic. Off the glass. Missed it short. But free throws coming for Tanisha Torgerson. See if Coach Cowan needs a tight end.
Yeah.
Heck of a catch.
It was a nice throw, nice catch, and draws the foul. Now has a chance to score two here at the free throw line.
Foul on Alyssa Rosequist is her first, 9th team foul. First free throw from Torgerson, no good. Of course, you've got the 3 Torgersons for North Sevier and then a 4th for Duchesne. So
yeah. And the 3 on North Sevier, you got the twins and their cousin. I'm not sure they're related to the one in Duchesne.
Tanisha Torgerson makes 1 of 2, 17-11. North Sevier up by 6, 3:13 to go in the half. Pass up ahead, knocked out of bounds by Torgerson. Tanisha Torgerson. It'll be North Sevier ball.
And they're still staying in that 1-3-1. When North Sevier got the 2 people down low on the block, they were able to get the ball to them quickly, kind of spread that defense out a little bit.
Trey Torgerson, left side high. Comes off the screen, dribbles left to right, puts up the runner, missed it short off the glass. Rebound Rosequist goes back to Trey Torgerson on the baseline. She'll dribble in, comes up top now to Butler. Butler off the screen. She'll back out on the wing. Out top, Swayze Mason looking for Kel Torgerson inside. Able to make the catch on the baseline. Turnaround shot off the glass and in.
That's that matchup they had earlier. They were trying to attack with Kel Torgerson being guarded by Moat, and they recognized it, mismatch, and got the ball right to her. And really nice. That was a tough shot to get that one to go over the top of Moat.
Back to an 8-point lead for Duchesne. Skip pass left side to Ewell. Pump fake, looking to drive baseline. Trey Torgerson pokes it out of bounds. Duchesne ball on the baseline. 2:29 to go in the first half. 8-point North Sevier lead, 19-11. Kira Grant to inbound underneath for the Eagles. Looking for somebody, and they blow the whistle to stop play. Oh, shot clock.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be at 2. They just barely got the ball down the floor.
Yeah, 22.
They had reset it to 35, so they fixed it to 22. That was unfortunate for North Sevier. They had to really stop defensively.
They really did. It was getting close to the 5-second count, and I thought he's going to call it, but it was a little bit early.
Now Chloe Cowan drives in and out off the glass, and a foul on the rebound will go against North Sevier and send, I believe, Morgan Ewell to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, another missed opportunity. Duchesne basically had that one down and right back out. They've missed a lot of close ones in there.
Second foul on Alyssa Rosequist. Morgan Ewell goes to the line. Ewell, a senior for this team. First free throw, short off the rim.
You know, you go back to that before the inbounds. That's really good officiating. I mean, you got, obviously it's a state tournament. You got good officials, but to recognize that before the ball got thrown in and have to have the clock go off in 2 seconds, that was a good job of them recognizing that.
19-12, North Sevier leads by 7 after Ewell makes the second free throw. Kel Torgerson across the timeline now to Butler. Butler dribbles in the lane, kicks it to the low block to Rosequist, out of the wing to Trey Torgerson, puts up the 15-foot runner, short off the rim, and the rebound taken by Cowan for Duchesne. Down the middle of the floor she comes, nice bounce pass up ahead to Moat, pump fake, and then she traveled. She knew she was doing it and tried to dribble real quick, but couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's one of those where your mind's going quicker than your feet maybe. She knew what she needed to do, but you got to put the ball down first.
19-12 North Sevier, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Butler in the backcourt, goes to Trey Torgerson. Passes back to Butler to get it across the timeline. Up ahead now to Swayze Mason on the baseline. Dribbles around the defense, tries to pass it across, got tipped right back to her, misses the shot, tries to tip it in, missed again, and Tasha Moat the rebound. Kira Grant weaving through traffic. Goes left wing to Moat. Skips it over to Cowan. Cowan pump fake, going to drive baseline, got inside, blocked from behind by Kel Torgerson. Right to Ewell, she'll miss the left side layup. Rebounds on the ground, and jump ball called. It'll stay with Duchesne. And you're right, Nolan. As far as layups missed for Duchesne, I mean, they might be up by 10.
I really think so. They're getting the shots they want. They're just not getting them to go. And, North Sevier hit those couple threes and then spread the gap, and then they haven't really done much since either.
Tanisha Torgerson up top, guarded by Mila Torgerson, comes right wing to Moat. Moat comes off the screen. Double screen, now picks it up, tries to pass it out, knocked away by Swayze Mason, and picked up by Butler. A Duchesne turnover.
Yeah, Mason's got just really active hands. She's good at just picking the pocket.
Left wing is Trey Torgerson, step back three, air ball hard, but a perfect pass to Swayze Mason, and she misses the wide open layup. And now a foul on the rebound will go against North Sevier and send Tanisha Torgerson to the line to shoot two. Foul will go against Swayze Mason. Second foul on Mason.
And Coach Larson's going to bring her out.
2 shots for the Eagles is number 5, Tanisha Torgerson.
Tanisha Torgerson will shoot. You know, we talked about Coach Grant, how long he goes without Kelsey Grant on the floor. He really has only one starter out there, and they've been playing some pretty good basketball. He's liked what he's just seen out of this group.
They really have. I kept thinking if it gets close to that double digits, that 10-plus, what's he going to do? But he hasn't had to. He's been able to just let him sit on the bench. And, I was one of those. You get 2, you come out. You can't go in the locker room at half with 3 fouls, and so far he's been able to manage it.
Torgerson makes the second one. She has 2 points, 6-point game. They bring Jaylee Farnsworth into the game for Tasha Moat. Ball gets knocked away from North Sevier, but it goes right to Cameron Pierce, and she draws the foul. Free throws coming for Cameron Pierce.
That was a heck of a pass by Brooklyn Butler. I don't know how she got it over there, and for Pierce to be alert enough and ready for it. What a pass.
So Cameron Pierce to the line to shoot 2. 56 seconds to go in the first half. First free throw off the back of the rim, no good.
We've seen a lot of missed free throws this tournament, Robert. And all year long, I think we've talked about it different times. I don't know if it's just not being practiced as much or players aren't as focused or taking the time, but you win and lose games at the free throw line.
Pierce makes the second one. 7-point North Sevier lead. 52 seconds to go in the half. Kira Grant goes right wing to Jaylee Farnsworth. She comes off the screen and hands off to Cowan. Cowan comes out to Kira Grant. Grant fake left, going to drive right, gets in the lane with the Euro step, puts up the runner, off the back of the rim and in. Kira Grant with her first points.
Yeah, and that's one of those few that Duchesne finally got to go down. Cuts it to 5.
Nearly a steal by Cowan, but Butler able to come up with it being triple team. Bounces a high right to Kel Torgerson. Torgerson dribbles into the three-point line. It'll take the 3. Short off the rim. High rebound. Cameron Pierce comes flying in, knocks the ball free, and it's picked up by Trey Torgerson in the corner. Comes out to Kel Torgerson, knocked it out of bounds by Grant. North Sevier ball with 16 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, chance to maybe just go for one shot right here.
Kel Torgerson comes into Butler. Coach Larson out on the floor talking to her team as Butler backs out down to 10 seconds. Guarded by Kira Grant, down to 7. Crosses over, going to drive the lane. It scoops with the right hand, no good. Mila Torgerson the rebound, and she's fouled on the putback. So Torgerson will go to the line to shoot 2 with 3.5 seconds left. Tanisha Torgerson will pick up her second.
Yeah, Mila Torgerson's done a good job coming in off the bench for North Severe. She got to she got to the line earlier, but she's been able to get good rebounds and just be a defensive presence in there as well.
I think it's a total 21 fouls. I think it's 11 on Duchesne, 10 on North Sevier now here at the 3.5 seconds left in the half. In and out on the second free throw. Trey Torgerson the rebound. She misses the putback, and that's going to be how the first half comes to an end. At the end of 2, it is number 5 North Sevier 20, number 9 Duchesne 15. We've got the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and V6 Media.
Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora have a non-stop tractor workhorse, just what you need for a non-stop world. Power Star tractors from New Holland provide unprecedented power, comfort, and performance in a utility tractor so you can tackle grounds, municipal or farm tasks with ease. Choose from 6 models from 64 to 117 engine horsepower with an open-air ROPS platform or spacious Vision View cab. Learn more about the Power Star family of tractors. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today.
Some hands swing rackets or grip irons. Some make winning plays or navigate steep trails. And some hands heal. They mend broken bones, deliver new life, set us on the right path, and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
So I feel very blessed that I have a career that I can come to work every day and help people, help them have a beautiful smile again that they feel confident about. That's probably my favorite part of the job. So I did my undergrad schooling here at the Utah State University Extension in Vernal, and I did my dentistry schooling at the University of Louisville. So one of my passions with dentistry is the connection between systemic health and oral health. A healthy mouth is a healthy body, and a healthy body is a healthy mouth. And I really like teaching patients about that aspect.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
When you think of a company that's vested in its community, that takes pride in the success of local events, and that cheers on the youth and athletes of local schools, we hope you think of Moon Lake Electric. As a member-owned cooperative, we've been committed to our members since 1938 and hold true to the same mission of offering safe, reliable, and affordable electricity to our neighbors, friends, and family. Being honest community and employee-minded individuals is just how we do business. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Nolan Anderson on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and V6 Media. As at the half, it is number 5 North Sevier 20 and number 9 Duchesne 15. This is the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show, supporting our youth in their efforts to develop new talents and passions, paving the way to success. That's Jones and DeMille Engineering. So a 5-point North Sevier lead here at the break. Nolan, your takeaway from this first half?
Kind of an exciting first half that we expected between these two teams. We knew it was going to be close. You talked about Kelsey Grant needing to get going for Duchesne. I felt like for North Sevier, they needed to get her in foul trouble early, which is exactly what happened. And North Sevier with the 5-point lead. Duchesne, though, has got to feel like they're right in this thing, knowing that they're only down 5, and most of their starters sat the bench that second quarter.
Appreciate the stat keepers here at Salt Lake Community College. Let's go over our first half stats here. And I was afraid the shooting percentage would be not good, and we were correct. As you look at Duchesne shooting 19%, and they've only shot 1 3.
Yeah.
And I would say most of those 21 shots they've taken are within 6 feet.
Yeah, exactly. They're right in the paint where you want to be able to get the basketball. They're just not able to get them to go down.
Yeah. And for them, you're looking at it saying, we're down 5 and we've missed 100 layups.
Yeah. Yeah. 4 of 21.
Yeah, and so for them, you're saying, hey, if we can
yeah.
make a few layups,
yeah,
we've got the lead here.
You make
50%.
Yeah, not even 50%, but even another 6%.
Yeah. So they've got to fill out and say, hey, if we make a handful more layups, we've got the lead right now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all it is. 3 more baskets and you got a 1-point lead. So they've got to feel fortunate. On the other side, though, North Sevier's got to say, eventually they're going to start making them. We got to quit letting them get so deep into the key. We've got to play better defense, keep them in front of us, and then box out and rebound.
And you look at North Sevier, they're shooting 29% from the floor, 2 for 8 from 3. So they are 5 for 16 from within the 3-point line. And looking at the point leaders for North Sevier, we'll start there. Brooklyn Butler, 10 first half points. 4 points for Kel Torgerson with 4 rebounds as well. 3 points and 4 rebounds for Mila Torgerson. And 2 points for Trey Torgerson in this first half. And then 1 point for Cameron Pierce for the Wolves. Again, their shooting is 29% from the floor, 25% from 3. And then they're only 4 for 10, 40% from the free throw line.
Yeah, exactly. Just looking at some of the turnovers, too. The turnovers, for the most part, is pretty even. Duchesne's got the 10, North Sevier 12. But shooting percentage is going to be key. And then seeing how this third quarter plays out. If anybody, can get the other team in foul trouble early on and maybe build a lead going into the fourth quarter. But this is going to be a game that really, I think, no matter what happens, it's going to come down to the last minute to decide who wins this game.
You look at the scoring leaders for Duchesne here in this first half. 5 points for Jaylee Farnsworth, 2 apiece for Lexi Moreland, Chesney Farnsworth, Tanisha Torgerson, and Kira Grant. And then 1 point for Chloe Cowan and Morgan Ewell here in half number 1. And then again, as we said, they're shooting 19% overall. They're 0 for 1 from 3, and then 58%, 7 for 12 from the free throw line here in this first half. Rebound battle is being won by North Sevier, 25-15 and 12-6 on offensive rebounds. And then turnovers at 12 for North Sevier, 10 for Duchesne. Duchesne caught up a little bit there in the second quarter.
Yeah, they really did. And part of that was, Swayze Mason's got 5 steals. That's pretty impressive. And, looking at, and you talked about the scoring right there, Kelsey Grant, 0 at halftime. North Sevier, you got to be extremely happy with that. And then, Duchesne's got to say, we got to get you scoring the basketball. We got to get you the foul line. We got to get something going. You've got to be more aggressive on offense.
Yeah. At the half, it is once again North Sevier 20, Duchesne 15. We appreciate D&A McCrae. Drivers, do you want to earn $100K per year? Well, D&A McCrae is hiring. Excellent pay, benefits, consistent workloads, and new equipment. Apply at McCraeTrans.com. In the 3A game going on right now at the half, it is Judge Memorial leading Delta 26-21. Delta the 12 seed, Judge the 9 seed. Neither of them expected to be there, but now both trying to fight to play another day, just like these two teams here with North Sevier and Duchesne. North Sevier leading 20-15 at the half. This has been the Jones and DeMille Engineering Halftime Show. From slam dunks to buzzer beaters, the Jones and DeMille Engineering team is here to help you tackle the toughest infrastructure issues. At the break, North Sevier 20, Duchesne 15 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and V6 Media.
Kings Peak is the tallest mountain in Utah, standing at 13,528 feet. It's located right here in Duchesne County. We at Kings Peak Credit Union want to help you reach your highest financial point. We have been proudly serving our community since 1955 by providing quality services, loans, and tools to build a dependable future. Our dedication to Duchesne County and the surrounding areas lets us lift our members and the residents here to new heights. Kings Peak Credit Union is here to help with your next financial adventure.
The principal, office staff, faculty, and student body of North Sevier High School are proud supporters of the North Sevier Lady Wolves this season. They would like to congratulate the North Sevier team members, the coaches, and managers on a great season and wish them the very best in this year's playoffs. The school fully supports education and athletics in molding the future leaders of our area. North Sevier High School is happy to be a North Sevier Lady Wolves sports booster.
When Uinta Basin Healthcare was built from humble beginnings in 1944, healthcare looked very different than it does today. Patients in rural areas often had to travel long distances for critical care. Uinta Basin Healthcare invested in new technologies and equipment, like ambulances, to better access medical services in the community. With the opening of the new Vernal ER, Uinta Basin Healthcare continues to invest in our local communities and provide quality healthcare to all we serve. Uinta Basin Healthcare, caring for our communities, investing in you.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Nolan Anderson on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and V6 Media. Appreciate Al's Food Town in Duchesne and Duchesne's hometown pharmacy and grocery store, bringing top quality and fair prices to Duchesne and the surrounding communities. See their weekly ad at alsfoodtown.com. And Nolan, any keys to the second half with North Sevier leading by 5?
Well, I think one of the keys is they've got to be able to get some outside shots to continue to go down. When they did that, they were able to build a little bit of the lead that they currently have, but they've got to be able to hit some of those outside shots, and I think that starts by getting the ball inside and then working the ball inside out.
Trey Torgerson dribbles in and able to get the shot up over Kelsey Grant, so Trey Torgerson picks up her second bucket, and now a turnover up by Duchesne on the other end as it's their 11th turnover of the game.
You know, that part of that start for Duchesne is a lot of those girls were sitting on the bench that second quarter.
Chesney Farnsworth jumps the passing lane, and now it'll be a jump ball, which will give it to Duchesne, a North Sevier turnover. Duchesne's had a lot of success with this kind of three-quarter court trap.
They really have. And sometimes, too, I think teams give the traps too much credit instead of just take the ball and go sometimes.
And now an offensive foul on the screen by Jaylee Farnsworth.
Yeah, just illegal screen.
Second foul on Farnsworth. Up ahead now, Kel Torgerson driving baseline, cut off by Chesney Farnsworth, bounces it out to Swayze Mason, picks it up and comes out top to Brooklyn Butler. Starters on the floor for both teams. Butler steps back for the deep three, off the back of the rim, no good, and Chesney Farnsworth the rebound for Duchesne. She'll push the pace. Up ahead, left side to Jaylee Farnsworth, wide open layup is good.
That's some really good transition offense and good passing on the 2-on-1 break.
Back the other way, Trey Torgerson with the transition layup on the other end.
And North Sevier recognized Trey Torgerson up ahead. Good pass and finish.
Left wing is Jaylee Farnsworth. Hands off to Kelsey Grant. Grant up top. Hands it off to Moat. Pump fake, going to drive left side. Cut off on the free throw line. Comes out to Moreland. Now to Jaylee Farnsworth. 24-17, North Sevier by 7. 6.5 to go here in the third quarter. Kelsey Grant going to dribble around the perimeter to the left side. It comes out to Moat. Pump fake on the shot as Trey Torgerson closes out on her. She picks up her dribble and traveled as she came to a stop.
Yeah, just lost her balance right there and moved her pivot foot. North Sevier pretty much stayed in that man-to-man defense and just really trying to keep the ball in front of them.
Trey Torgerson across the timeline. Goes up top for Butler, who thought it was intended for Kel Torgerson, and let it go out of bounds.
That's just obviously miscommunication, but you got to go for the ball regardless if it's towards you, and you know exactly what happened.
Jaylee Farnsworth working to the left side to look for the backdoor cut for Kelsey Grant, but Trey Torgerson was able to knock it out of her hands first, out of bounds. Duchesne ball. Tanisha Torgerson into the game for Lexi Moreland for Duchesne. Moat will inbound on the near sideline. Pass comes into Farnsworth. Right side down to Chesney Farnsworth. Into the corner to Moat. Pump fake with Kel Torgerson in the hand in her face. Comes right wing to Grant. Grant going to dribble right to left down the lane. Kicks the left wing to Farnsworth. That's Jaylee up top now to Moat. Moat picks up her dribble. She works her way now right side off the screen. It comes into the corner to Chesney Farnsworth. She drives baseline, got cut off by Mason. Up top to Grant. 3 on the way. Air ball. Jaylee Farnsworth saves it into Chesney Farnsworth. She drives right side, blocked on the shot, and a foul called. And Chesney Farnsworth will shoot free throws.
That's the one thing you see out of Duchesne, in the previous games that I've watched them play, they just never quit. They're always hanging around. They're every loose ball they're going for, and it's going to give them a chance here. North Sevier's got to be just as aggressive going for those loose balls and those missed rebounds or missed shots and go get those rebounds.
First free throw of the game for Chesney Farnsworth is good. Second free throw, good as well. Just snuck it over the front of the rim. She has 4 points. 24-19, North Severe by 5. In the backcourt, Kel Torgerson to Trey, back to Kel, up the floor to Swayze Mason, bounces to the middle to Butler. Butler going to drive left side, puts up the runner against the defense. No good as it got blocked, and a jump ball on the rebound between Jaylee Farnsworth and Allie Mason. North Severe basketball on the baseline.
Allie Mason's done a nice job in this game today. She's got multiple jump balls where she's just, she's obviously taller, so she can go get some of those, but she's just always around the basketball.
Pass inside to Kel Torgerson. Turnaround fadeaway, no good. Rebound by Kelsey Grant for Duchesne. She'll bring it across the timeline. Hesitates, going to drive right, cut off by Torgerson. Has the ball poked away, able to get it back as she rips through, kicks it over left to the Chesney Farnsworth. She drives inside, puts up the runner, blocked by Allie Mason. Swayze Mason has it, coming the other way for North Severe. And poked away from behind by Chesney Farnsworth, and she saves it into Tasha Moat. Duchesne with the steal. Now Jaylee Farnsworth walks it across the timeline. Under 5 to go in the quarter, 24-19. Right wing, Kelsey Grant. Off the screen by Tanisha Torgerson, goes left side to Moat. Moat dribbles in, got inside the defense, had the ball poked away though. It's on the ground, and a foul will be called. It's going to go against North Severe. Might be Allie Mason as she kind of came on top of her.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it's probably going to bring her to the bench with that being her third. Yeah, Alyssa Rosequist in to replace Allie Mason.
And Chloe Cowan into the replace at Chesney Farnsworth for Duchesne. And now I got a foul on the screen. We'll go against Duchesne.
They've been pretty consistent in anything that's a moving screen. They've been really good at calling that and making sure that the players are set.
Timeout called. We'll take it. 4:45 to go in the third quarter. North Severe 24, Duchesne 19 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and V6 Media.
Brian the Brain needs your help. Underage drinking harms developing brains. That's why it's so important to talk with your kids about alcohol as early as 9, so their futures stay bright.
When you're broke down, have a restoration project, or need new auto parts, get the good stuff at the Parts House, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer in Salina. The Parts House not only stocks the always reliable Napa brand parts, but the Parts House recently acquired Arapine Gas and welding supplies to become your total welding source in the area, providing oxy, acetylene, P25 mix, and all associated welding supplies. The Parts House is your total parts provider just north of the stoplight in Salina.
Your connection for high school sports, Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College at the 2A Boys and Girls State Tournament. There's a reason everyone loves to go to Beechin. Once you go mixed, you can't go back. Mix it your way at Beechin. Locations in Vernal, Roosevelt, and Manti. 4:44 to go in the third quarter.
Hey, by the looks of it outside, the beach sounds pretty good right now.
The beach does sound really good right now.
Yeah, they got quite the storm up here, more than what we've got down our way.
Pass will come in to Kel Torgerson out of the timeout. Kel and Trey just play keep away for a minute. Now up ahead to Butler. Tries the pass to the high post. Got it through the hands to Trey Torgerson. Off to the wing to Kel. Kel goes right then left. Bounces across for Swayze Mason for the left side layup.
Really nice pass right there, and good finish from Swayze Mason. Hands ready and just got the pass and went straight up with it.
Her first points of the game, back to a 7-point North Severe lead. It's kind of been between this 5 to 7 for quite a while. Duchesne unable to really cut in more than that. North Severe unable to pull away. Now Kelsey Grant drives the lane, no good. Got her own rebound, goes back up and in for the right side layup. Her first points.
Yeah, I was going to say Kelsey's first points, but that might be what. There she gets a steal. Gets her going defensively, too.
Intercepts a pass. She has it in the backcourt. She'll bring it across the timeline. Guarded by Swayze Mason. 3:48 to go in the quarter. 5-point North Severe lead. Grant dribbling right. Hands off it to Jaylee Farnsworth. She curls into the lane. Lost the basketball for a moment. North Severe wanted to travel call. Didn't get it. The official says that she lost control. Now Tasha Moat throws it up. Blocked by Kel Torgerson. Picked up by Swayze Mason. She'll come the other way with a bounce pass to Butler. On the right wing. Drives in. Tries to pass across, but throws it right into the lap of Lexi Moreland. She's going the other way for Duchesne. She's going to drive left side. Blocked on the shot and a foul called. And Moreland will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and Trey Torgerson just knew. She knew she fouled her, but she was not going to let her score. She was okay with the foul. I'm just going to go ahead and try to block the shot and make sure you don't get an easy layup here.
Shooting 2 shots will be Lexi Moreland.
So Moreland at the free throw line. First free throw. Off the brim, no good. At Strata Networks, they love participating in community events, creating connections, and providing fast and reliable services within the Uinta Basin and beyond. Strata Networks, they connect lives. Kira Grant into the game for Jaylee Farnsworth for Duchesne. That foul on Trey Torgerson, by the way, was her second. Moreland in and out of the second free throw, but a lane violation against North Severe, so she gets another opportunity out of it.
Yeah, and going back to that foul, that shows you how smart Trey Torgerson is. She knows early in the game she's probably going to give up the 2, not get the foul, but she only had 1 foul, make her earn it from the free throw line instead of give her an easy 2 right there.
And the extra opportunity to shoot that second free throw, Moreland makes it, so it's a 4-point game, 26-22 North Severe. Kel Torgerson across the timeline. Looks for some help with the trap around her. Able to hand it out to Trey Torgerson. Comes out to Kel. Now high to Butler. Butler calls out the set. To the wing to Trey Torgerson. Going to dribble into the left hand. Puts up the 6-foot runner. Got it to go. Torgerson with 8.
Yeah, Trey Torgerson's had a nice game. And just smart right there too. You saw we talked about the foul, how smart she was, but her sister Kel was in trouble. She took a handoff from her. Just a smart player.
Swayze Mason nearly strips Moat, but Moat able to gather. Hands off in the corner to Grant. Back to Moat on the wing. Moat off the screen. Pump fake on the shot. Slip screen for Grant. Wide open right side layup is good.
Yeah, really good slip screen as Grant went to set the screen, slips it. Nice find over the top, wide open for 2.
Dribbling right side. They come out to Butler. Butler goes left side high to Kel Torgerson for the deep 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, battled for. Rosequist rips it away. Hands out to Trey Torgerson for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Swayze Mason tries a tip in and tips it out of bounds.
Yeah, both these two teams battle, and it's we said it from the beginning. This is going to come down to the end, but just back and forth and a really good. It's going to be a hard fought. It's going to come down to probably free throws at the end.
Neither team's having a lot of success at the free throw line. Duchesne slightly more than North Severe. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 28-24 Wolves. Backdoor cut for Lexi Moreland. Makes the catch. And rebound. The layup fell off the rim. Chloe Cowan is fouled on the putback, and she'll shoot free throws.
There's that layup we talked about, and I'm sure they mentioned it at halftime again. But the thing they don't do, and we've said this over and over, is they don't quit. They just stay with it. They get the rebound and then draw the foul.
So Cowan steps up to the free throw line to shoot 2. First free throw, in and out. Cameron Pierce and Mila Torgerson into the game for North Severe. Swayze Mason and Alyssa Rosequist will come out. Rosequist picked up her 3rd foul on that last play.
Yeah, and Rosequist gave him good minutes, too, as she's been in there and been able to rebound, and she kind of fills in at that other big spot. So 3 fouls is obviously Coach Larson didn't want to see that, but got to go to the bench.
Cowan does make the second free throw, 3-point game. And now foul called on Lexi Moreland as she came into the body of Cameron Pierce. That'll be the 3rd on Moreland.
Duchesne foul, number 12, Lexi Moreland.
Just the 3rd team foul on Duchesne. Pass comes into Butler up top for North Severe. Off the screen by Pierce. Looks to roll. Butler able to drive all the way in, though, with the left hand and finishes with the right.
Really good screen up top, and Butler used it well, curled across, right tight around the screen and went right to the basket.
Left side high is Kira Grant. Going to dribble in, got cut off, kicks it back out to Moreland. She sets for three. Off the backside of the glass, didn't draw iron. Long rebound. Cowan runs it down for Duchesne. She'll dribble through, kicks it to the corner to Jaylee Farnsworth. Farnsworth holding, skips it up top to Kira Grant. Grant going to dribble into the right hand, got inside, puts it up off the glass, no good, but free throws coming for Kira Grant.
Yeah, Kira Grant, for just being a freshman, she does a really good job, and, right there, she hesitated, she waited, she didn't get in a hurry, and then took advantage when she could had the opportunity to go right down the line, draw the foul.
Free throw no good. One more for Grant. Second one is good for Kira Grant. She has 3 points off the bench. 4-point game. North Sevier 30, Duchesne 26. Duchesne's never led in this game. North Sevier's largest lead was 8. They were there a couple of times. Now a North Sevier turnover. Grant has it, throws up the floor for Cowan. Got tipped by Torgerson, but Kira Grant grabs it. Hands in the corner to Cowan. She'll dribble into the left hand. Passes underneath, and it's taken away by Butler. Back-to-back turnovers.
Yeah, turnovers on both ends, but North Sevier, you can't wait for the ball to come to you when they're pressing. You got to go meet the pass.
Nobody picks up Trey Torgerson. She'll miss the three-pointer. Kel Torgerson the rebound, gets the putback.
She got the putback, and it rolled all the way around to the front and then in. It looked like it might roll off, but it went in.
Now pass up ahead to Kelsey Grant, knocked it out of bounds. Last touch by Mila Torgerson. So Duchesne ball. Chesney Farnsworth back into the game for the Eagles as Chloe Cowan comes out. Inbounding underneath is Jaylee Farnsworth. Passes it to the high post to Grant. Defense sags off. She'll take the 14-footer too hard off the glass. And the rebound by Mila Torgerson. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Trey Torgerson has the ball knocked away, and it goes off of her foot out of bounds. Duchesne ball.
Yeah, they're just still creating turnovers, but that lead still staying at that 5-6 mark, which it's obviously 6 right now, but North Sevier still got to do a better job. They know the press is there, and they got to continue to do what they've done before when they've beat it and scored.
8 seconds to go in the quarter. Left wing, Kira Grant. Rejects the screen, dribbles in, steps to the defense, and she draws the foul with 3.5 seconds left. That's the 6th on North Sevier, and it'll be Duchesne ball on the baseline. No, they're calling it a shooting foul.
Yeah, they are. They're going to give her 2, I guess, or maybe they kind of discussed it there for a minute. I don't know if they're saying she was trying to go up.
Oh, so free throws for Kira Grant. First one, in and out. Again, the free throw line has not been friendly to either of these teams.
No, you've mentioned it. Maybe right there, maybe Coach Grant would rather have taken the ball out of bounds and had a chance to score versus go to the line.
She does make the second one, does Grant. She has 4 points off the bench. Tasha Moe into the game for Kira Grant with 3.5 seconds to go in the quarter. 32-27, North Sevier the lead. Kel Torgerson to inbound. Nothing down the floor, gets it into Butler. Butler works her way through traffic, gets across half court, throws up the runner, blocked by Jaylee Farnsworth, and that's how the quarter comes to an end through 3. In this Consolation game, it's North Sevier 32, Duchesne 27 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and V6 Media.
Attention job seekers. Are you looking for a career that will challenge and excite you every day? Look no further than Strata Networks. We are now hiring for a variety of positions in an industry that is fast-paced and always evolving. If you're ready for new opportunities and the chance to grow, visit us online at stratanetworks.com/careers or call 435-622-5007 for more information. Don't miss out on this exciting chance to join the Strata Networks team. Strata Networks. We connect lives.
For a wonderful shopping experience with quality and customer service that's second to none, visit Gunnison Market. The meat department carries the highest quality of meat in the United States, certified Angus beef, while the deli offers delicious made-from-scratch crab salad, coleslaw, and high-quality Columbus meats with no preservatives. The bakery features custom cakes for any occasion, cookies, rolls, and tasty donuts made fresh daily. For good old-fashioned friendly service, come see the difference at Gunnison Market in Gunnison.
Your connection for high school sports, Centricom, Channel 10, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Since 1938, Moon Lake Electric Association has been serving northeastern Utah and western Colorado with a reliable state-of-the-art electrical system. To the final 8 minutes we go, 32-27, North Sevier leading by 5 over Duchesne. Any expectations for this last quarter, Nolan?
Well, North Sevier's got to really take care of the basketball because now you're in the fourth quarter. Defense is going to ratchet it up on both sides, but they've got to really play some good lockdown defense too and then secure the rebounds on the missed shots.
Right wing Moat has it for Duchesne. Up top it comes to Kelsey Grant. Crosses over, ball got poked away, but gets it back and comes out to Moat. Thought about the real deep three, now dribbles into the free throw line. Kicks it into the short corner to Jaylee Farnsworth, 15-foot around the rim, no good. Chesney Farnsworth, the rebound, tipped away, Moat has it. Moat one dribble, pump fake, steps underneath, the up and under, gets blocked by Trey Torgerson, rebound tipped out to Butler. Butler down the right side of the floor. Chesney Farnsworth giving chase, Butler goes up and draws the foul.
Yeah, really good hesitation right there. Kind of come to a jump stop. Went up with the fake, and then actually when she did shoot it, she draws a foul, gets a chance for the end one.
7-point North Sevier lead. They can push it to 8 with this free throw from Butler. The and one, good. Butler with 15 to lead all scorers. Farnsworth across the timeline. Works her way to the left side. Bounces into the corner to Moat. Moat going to drive baseline, got cut off, comes back to Farnsworth. She'll work her way back around up top. Off the screen by Grant, going to drive left side. Nice pass across the key to Chesney Farnsworth for the layup.
Yeah, good drive. Draw the defense and then dish for 2.
7 minutes to go in the game, 35-29 North Sevier. Up top is Butler. Passes right wing to Trey Torgerson. Into the corner to Mila Torgerson. Back out to Trey. Trey hesitates. Going to drive baseline, cut off by Grant. Comes back to the wing to Kel Torgerson. Off the screen by Mila. Goes left side out of Brooklyn Butler. She'll take the deep three. Off the glass. Didn't draw iron. Long rebound, and Butler has it.
If they didn't hit the shot, you got to get worried about shot clock. Didn't hit the rim.
2-1, and it's a shot clock violation. The ball went out of bounds off of Duchesne, but the shot clock went off at the same time, so it will be Duchesne ball.
I don't think they realized that when that shot went up, it didn't hit the rim, and so the shot clock never reset, and they were running out of time.
At the floor comes Jaylee Farnsworth on the volleyball line. Left wing to Moat. Guarded by Butler. They're looking inside for Moreland. Can't get it to her. Up top, Kelsey Grant. Torgerson got a hand in her face. She goes right side to Chesney Farnsworth. Drives baseline. Lost the basketball. Gets it back. Ball's loose again, and Moreland runs it down. Out to Moat. And Moat just throws it up as North Sevier started chanting the clock was running down. There's still 13 seconds left. She misses the long three. And Duchesne the rebound, and she'll be fouled. So free throws coming for Lexi Moreland.
Yeah, they got the missed shot. They got the missed shot they wanted, but they didn't get the rebound. That's twice now where Duchesne come down last possession, and then this time right here where they shot the ball, good defense, but they don't get a good box out and get the rebound.
Farnsworth with the first free throw.
Substitutions for the Wolves, number 13.
She has 7 points.
Swayze Mason and number 22, Allie
Swayze Mason, Allie Mason both back into the game for North Sevier as Pierce and Mila Torgerson come out.
I think Coach Larson realized in the last 2 times down they didn't get the defensive rebound. Got to bring Allie Mason back in.
Chesney Farnsworth misses the next one. 35-30 North Sevier. Left wing high is Trey Torgerson. Crosses over, drives the lane, left to right, scoops with the right hand, in and out. Rebound by Trey Torgerson. She'll dribble out into the corner, guarded by Kelsey Grant. Off the screen by Kell. Hands off to Butler as they set up the offense. 5:35 to go in the game. 35-30 North Sevier. Butler hands off right wing to Kel Torgerson. Off the screen by Mason. Pass left side. Jump by Chesney Farnsworth. She throws it into the backcourt. Mason runs it down. That's Swayze. And she'll bounce up ahead for Brooklyn Butler on the right side. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Left side high, Kel Torgerson. Crosses over. Down to 5. Picks up her dribble. Nothing back door. High post to Butler. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Steps through. Puts it up. Off the glass. No good. And it'll be another shot clock violation on North Sevier as it didn't hit the rim.
No, that's a couple. You want to use the clock, but you've got to still attack. Maybe run it down, and then at 10 we've got to go with the play that you call or whatever you're trying to do, but you can't run it to 0.
Left wing Jaylee Farnsworth. Hands off to Grant. Grant goes off the screen by Moreland, curls off, drives left to right down the lane, too hard off the glass. Rebound is taken by Kel Torgerson, down the floor to Swayze Mason. Moreland tries to get back. Mason goes left to right, off the glass, no good. But a big swipe from Moreland, and Swayze Mason will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, really good sportsmanship right there, too, as Moreland goes over and helps her up off the ground. She just wanted to make sure she fouled her, didn't give her the easy 2, but then goes and helps her up. So now Swayze Mason, chance to build on this 5-point lead here at the free throw line.
First free throw no good for Mason. That is the 4th foul on Lexi Moreland. She'll come out as Tanisha Torgerson comes in.
Replacing Lexi Moreland.
Yeah, Coach Grant probably going to give her about a minute and then get her right back in.
In and out on the second free throw. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Allie Mason, and North Sevier can't believe it. Duchesne ball. The outside official going to come confer with the underneath official that called it. They're going to stay Duchesne, to the dismay of the North Sevier crowd. 4:46 to go in the game, 35-30 Wolves. Across the timeline comes Jaylee Farnsworth. Works her way to the left side, hands off to Moat. Dribbles in on the free throw line, kicks it up top. Dribbling left side is Kelsey Grant. She'll go right wing to Chesney Farnsworth. Cut off on the baseline drive by Kel Torgerson. Steps back, blocked by Torgerson. Picked up by Grant in the corner. Out to Moat on the wing. Moat going to fake left, drives right, gets inside, blocked by Kel Torgerson, out of bounds. Duchesne ball on the baseline.
Yeah, you talked about it in the pregame. The Torgersons with their length and defensive ability, they're usually, and they're playing guard positions. They get a lot of block shots.
Inbounding underneath, Jaylee Farnsworth lobs out for Chesney Farnsworth. Picks up her dribble, goes back to the corner to Jaylee. Pump fake, down to 6 seconds in the shot clock. Hands to Chesney. She goes to Grant, down to 2. Grant at the free throw line, steps back, 15-footer, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound by Torgerson. Driving baseline is Jaylee Farnsworth. Got cut off, and now a foul called. And Jaylee Farnsworth will go to the line to shoot 1-1.
Yeah, once again, just not able to secure that defensive rebound. North Sevier playing really good defense. As Grant barely got the shot off before the shot clock expired, but then they don't get the offensive or the defensive rebound, and Duchesne gets the offensive rebound.
Chloe Cowan into the game for Chesney Farnsworth for Duchesne. That foul on Swayze Mason is her 3rd for North Sevier. North Sevier just been holding on to this 5-point lead. Duchesne's really been unable to cut into it. Front end of the 1-1 for Farnsworth, rattled it in.
Well, we've mentioned it throughout this whole game, but the free throw line too, and North Sevier not able to extend it at the free throw line right there. Farnsworth making that one to cut it to 4.
Second one, good.
Yeah, now 3.
Jaylee Farnsworth with 9 to lead the Eagles. She'll come out of the game as Kira Grant comes in.
And they've stayed in that 1-3-1 trap for the most part for this whole game.
In the backcourt, Kel Torgerson up ahead to Trey Torgerson. Back to Kel, left side high. Lobs into the short corner to Swayze Mason, who throws it off of Tanisha Torgerson, out of bounds.
Yeah, and she had to go up high and get it, kind of falling off balance, and so she's done that multiple times this year. We saw her try that earlier in the game, but luckily gets that one to go off at Duchesne.
Pass into Brooklyn Butler, passes across for Allie Mason. No good, but free throws coming for Allie Mason.
Yeah, Allie Mason yet to score, too, so this gives her a chance to get her first point of the game.
Shooting will be Allie Mason.
No good on the first one. One more coming. Short off the front of the rim, rebound to Kelsey Grant. So again, they're unable to extend it, are the Wolves. Right side high is Kelsey Grant. Now to Kira Grant, 3:35 to go in the game. 3-point North Sevier lead. Duchesne again has never led. Backdoor cut got through the hands of Swayze Mason to Kelsey Grant. She'll go up high off the glass, off the rim, no good, but free throws coming for Grant.
Yeah, and that one looked really good, and she did. She got it way high above the square there, but it came down, hit the front of the rim, and bounced off. Otherwise, she'd have a chance to tie the game.
4th foul on Swayze Mason for North Sevier. First free throw from Kelsey Grant. Good.
She hasn't really done a lot with the scoring, but she's had a good, solid game, and she's kind of just been that floor leader facilitating for Duchesne.
Second free throw, good as well. That makes it a 1-point game. Grant now with 6 as Duchesne starting to make free throws. Pulling it to within 1 of North Sevier with 3:22 to go in the game. Pass up ahead to Butler. Butler left side. Gets cut off in the drive. Comes out to Trey. Now to Kell. Back to Trey Torgerson. 1-point North Sevier lead. It's currently a 7-0 run by Duchesne. Left wing is Trey Torgerson. Bounces in the corner to Kell. Kell going to drive baseline. Drift pass over to the corner to Swayze Mason for 3. Knocks it down. A huge three-pointer for Swayze Mason.
Yeah, really good job of Kell Torgerson driving, drawing the defense, finding Swayze Mason, who had plenty of time to set her feet, and nice shot for the three-pointer.
Kira Grant crosses over, gets by Trey Torgerson, puts up the runner, off the glass, round the rim, no good. Rebound by Kira Grant, she'll go back up, no good off the glass. And Kell Torgerson the rebound and throws it off of Kira Grant. So North Sevier ball with 2:37 to go in the game.
Boy, that three-pointer was big because it gives them a little bit of breathing room, as it was a 1-point game. And now you can kind of, like I say, you can take a deep breath and realize, hey, we got a 4-point lead. Let's go down and extend this to 6, maybe even 7.
Got a timeout called. We'll take it with 2:37 to go in the game. North Sevier 38, Duchesne 34 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and V6 Media. For more than 40 years, Jones and DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in being able to protect and enhance them. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they strive to serve with a professional, personalized touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project, earning their reputation as the go-to resource for planning and infrastructure needs. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Your connection for high school sports, Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Nolan Anderson. Northeastern Counseling would like to remind everyone that family bonding time is one of the best ways to prevent underage drinking. And Larson Haslam Dental and Roosevelt is accepting new patients. Dr. Jake Richardson is ready to help you and your family with all your dental needs. Call 722-0101 to make an appointment. 2:37 to go in this one. North Sevier 38, Duchesne 34. North Sevier ball with the 4-point lead. In the backcourt, Trey Torgerson will bring it up against the trap of Duchesne. Now to Kell Torgerson. Back to Trey. Up ahead to Butler. Back out to Trey. Back right side high now to Kell. Down the lane to Allie Mason. Up and under against Lexi Moreland. Off the glass and in.
Yeah, it was a really good job. The Torgerson twins just bringing it across, being patient, and then getting the ball down to Allie Mason.
Kelsey Grant on the other end. A transition 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Butler the rebound. Dribbles down the left side and stepped out of bounds. Duchesne ball on the turnover.
Yeah, just kind of ran out of real estate right there and no place to go.
So 2:08 to go. 6-point lead for North Sevier. Duchesne basketball. Cowan to inbound on the near sideline. Gets it into Grant. That's Kelsey Grant. Left wing it goes to Kira Grant. Fakes the pass, going to drive into the right hand, got cut off. The ball taken away by Butler. Butler down the right side of the floor. Cowan giving chase. Knocks the ball out of her hands, out of bounds. North Sevier ball on the baseline.
Yeah, Butler, just kind of went down, and that time I think she wanted the foul call, didn't get it. But where she jump stopped the previous time, she should have done the same thing right there and then maybe let the defender go past her.
Butler to inbound, comes right wing to Trey Torgerson. Guarded by Grant. Under 2 to go in the game, 6-point North Sevier lead. Torgerson crosses over, goes up the screen by Mason, who now gets a steal as she backs her down, and they're going to call it a foul on Allie Mason. That'll be her 4th. Timeout called by Coach Grant with 1:45 to go in the game on here at the Consolation bracket, the 2A Girls State Tournament. North Sevier 40, Duchesne 34 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and V6 Media.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
When you think excavating, the first name to come to mind should be Carlisle. That's Carlisle Excavating. Building, demolition, water or sewer connections, backhoe and trackhoe work, Carlisle can do. Good news, when you've got an excavating project, you've got a professional on your team. That's Carlisle Excavating in Salina. Give them a call at 529-7368. Write her down. That's 529-7368. Carlisle Excavating can do.
Your connection for high school sports. Centricom, Channel 10, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Nolan Anderson. Freedom Realty covers all of Northeast Utah for all your real estate needs. Offices in Duchesne, Roosevelt, and Vernal to serve you. Call anytime at 435-738-3000. Left side high is Chesney Farnsworth into the corner to Moe off the screen. Blocked and a foul called on the three. And Swayze Mason will foul out of the game. And Tasha Moe gets 3 free throws.
That's not what you want. You want to be able to get out there and get a hand up, but now Duchesne Mote going to the line with the chance to get 3 free throws here with the clock stopped.
These will be the first free throws she's taken today. She's still looking for her first point of the game. Coach Larson using her whole 15 seconds to coach Alyssa Rosquist.
Isn't it interesting how that's evolved? Because coaches started to take their full
30
time.
seconds.
So now let's cut it to 15. Pretty soon it might be you got just normal stuff. Get them in.
That's right. First free throw from Mote. In and out. Still a 6-point lead for North Sevier, 40-34, 1:37 to go in the game. Got a boys consolation game coming up next with South Sevier and Enterprise. Second free throw in and out as well. Uinta Basin Healthcare is proud to sponsor Duchesne High School boys and girls basketball teams by investing in those they serve, their community, caring for the community. The third and final free throw from Mote. Good. Her first point. 5-point lead for North Sevier. Pressure again by Duchesne. Kel Torgerson brings it across the timeline. Up ahead for Allie Mason. Drives left side. Puts it up. Blocked and a foul called. And that'll be number 5 on Lexi Moreland. So she'll foul out for Duchesne with 1:29 to go.
Yeah, and there was a sub ready to go in, and Coach Grant pulled her back and then switched things up. But that time Duchesne chose to go man-to-man, full-court press, switch it up into that and try to speed up North Sevier and get them out of that. Just being patient, breaking that 1-3-1 trap.
First free throw from Allie Mason. That one's good. Back to a 6-point lead. This one can make it a 3-possession game. Got it.
Yeah, that's a big one.
7-point lead for North Sevier. 1:28 to go. Up ahead to Kelsey Grant. Grant drives left side, cut off on the baseline. Skips it out to Chloe Cowan. Open 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by North Sevier. Duchesne ball.
Well, and you see the length of the Torgerson. We talked about both of them, but Trey Torgerson right there that time. Kelsey Grant drove, but had no place to go. Couldn't even shoot it over. Had to pass it out.
Right corner to Tasha Mote. Thought about the 3. Now steps back. Thought about it again. Bounces out to Chesney Farnsworth. Looking to drive right and lost the basketball. Gets it back. Has the layup. No good off the back of the rim. Butler the rebound. Pressure coming. Picks it up and gets it over to Rosequist, and a foul called on Jaylee Farnsworth. And that'll send Brooklyn Butler to the line to shoot 1-1.
Yeah, we talked about it's going to come down the free throw line, and Allie Mason the last time down hit both of hers. Brooklyn Butler a chance right now to really extend this one, and probably, with a minute to go, anything can happen, but helps the cause for North Sevier if she can knock these two in.
First one, no good on the front end. Rebound by Kelsey Grant for Duchesne. Grant coming the other way, working in against Rosequist. Going to drive all the way in, right side, off the rim, no good on the layup. Rebound by Trey Torgerson. And now Grant's on her tight, and she will draw the foul. So Trey Torgerson will go shoot free throws. It's going to go against Kelsey Grant, her third. First free throw of the day for Trey Torgerson.
Shooting 1-1 will be Trey Torgerson.
Front end of the 1-1 on the 9th team foul. No good. Long rebound. And Trey Torgerson, who has it. Jump ball. She gets tied up by Chesney Farnsworth, and it'll stay with North Sevier. That was weird. Nobody really, I don't know if everybody just thought it was 2 free throws or what.
Yeah, I don't know either, but obviously Trey Torgerson knew it. She shot that one, missed it, and then was able to track it down and then get a jump ball.
Passing to Allie Mason, spins in the lane, pump fake, defense flies by, high off the glass, no good. Had her own rebound, and she'll be fouled. So 2 free throws coming for Allie Mason on the 10th team foul.
Yeah, and, they've missed a few free throws, but the time's ticking off, and right now they just have to be careful. And, you can give up an early 2, but you got to protect the 3-point line.
Mason makes the first one. She has 5 points, all here in the fourth quarter. Second free throw, short off the rim, rebound to Grant. 40 seconds to go, 8-point lead for North Sevier, 43-35. Looking to advance to the 5th and 6th place game tomorrow. Kelsey Grant, 15-footer from the junction, missed it short. Rebound at Trey Torgerson. Here comes the trap in the corner, gets it over to Kel Torgerson, and she's fouled by Grant, so Kel Torgerson will go to the line to shoot 2 as Kelsey Grant picks up her 4th.
Yeah, this is just, North Sevier kind of got they hit those 2 threes. Butler hit them back-to-back. That built the lead, and then they've just really maintained that lead throughout this game.
Yeah, that was back in the second quarter.
Yeah.
First free throw for Kel Torgerson's good. She has 7 points. Going to bring Drew Sedgwick into the game for Alyssa Rosequist, will North Sevier for the final 24 seconds.
Drew Sedgwick.
Well, Kel, and that obviously played yesterday, but in that playoff game at home when you did that one with Ryan, she played to start and then never played again.
Really after one play.
Yeah.
Driving right side is Chesney Farnsworth, hangs in the air off the glass, missed it short. Rebounds on the ground. Moat has it, uses her dribble to stand up, comes out to Cowan. Cowan going to dribble left to right down the lane, puts up the runner off the glass, no good. Rebound is a jump ball, and it'll stay with Duchesne with 5.7 seconds left.
Yeah, Drew Sedgwick doing a nice job getting in there, fighting for that jump ball, and North Sevier is going to be able to hold on here and get the W.
Backdoor cut for Kelsey Grant, and she'll make the layup on the right side. And that's going to be how this one comes to an end as North Sevier dribbles it out. Your final 44-37, North Sevier the win over Duchesne, as North Sevier will move on to play Parowan in the 5th and 6th place game, and Duchesne will have their season come to an end here at Salt Lake Community College. We'll take the break and come back with the Sunrise Engineering postgame show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and V6 Media.
DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 42 cents a mile, going to 44 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, bonuses, and more. To join the DP Curtis crew, call 435-893-2886, 893-2886, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Christensen, CTE Director for Sevier, Paiute, and Wayne School Districts. Do you know what career pathways are offered at your high school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and career guidance through 35 CTE career pathways. This gives students a direct connection between doing well in high school and being able to transition smoothly to post-secondary opportunities that include on-the-job training, certificate programs, and 2- and 4-year college degrees. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
If building dreams is how you make your living, demand the performance of New Holland construction equipment from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora. Choose from skid steer loaders, compact track loaders, loader backhoes, compact excavators, and more. Built-in visibility, stability, and comfort allow you to work with a higher level of confidence, speed, and efficiency. Learn more about the performance of New Holland construction equipment. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today.
There is an athlete in all of us that helps us accomplish the ordinary and the extraordinary. Every once in a while, we all need some help. At Sevier Valley Hospital, we are proud to care for you and our community. Wherever you are, in your athletic journey.
The principal, office staff, faculty, and student body of North Sevier High School are proud supporters of the North Sevier Lady Wolves this season. They would like to congratulate the North Sevier team members, the coaches, and managers on a great season and wish them the very best in this year's playoffs. The school fully supports education and athletics in molding the future leaders of our area. North Sevier High School is happy to be a North Sevier Lady Wolves sports booster.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Nolan Anderson on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live powered by Centricom and V6 Media. Your final in this one, North Sevier 44 and Duchesne 37. This is the Sunrise Engineering postgame show promoting athletic and academic excellence. Visit them at sunrise-eng.com. And Nolan, your takeaway from this one?
Hey, just, it was a game that I expected to see just what we saw. Two teams battling it out, trying to get one more game in. Didn't want to end their season early. North Sevier obviously able to prevail and hold on and win that one. But, North Sevier is the better team. I felt like that, they've been the better team all year long. But you just don't know. And Duchesne, they played hard. They battled. They got in some early foul trouble. It didn't hurt them that bad. The bench came in and did a nice job for them. And, overall, North Sevier was able to utilize their bench, too. I thought, Coach Larson did a good job of managing her team and rotating guys and keeping them fresh and moving them in and out. But overall, I think the length defensively of North Sevier really had the biggest impact in that game.
Let's take a look at our final stats here in this one as, again, North Sevier gets the 44-37 win. And first off for the North Sevier Wolves, leading the way was Brooklyn Butler, 15 points. She had 5 rebounds as well in the process. 8 points for Trey Torgerson with 6 rebounds. 7 points for Kel Torgerson with 6 rebounds in the game. 5 points apiece for Swayze Mason and Allie Mason. And Swayze had 5 rebounds and 7 for Allie Mason in this game. And Swayze also had 6 steals today for North Sevier. Then also point-wise for the Wolves, Mila Torgerson had 3 points and Cameron Pierce had 1. They ended up shooting 38% from the floor, much better in the second half. 21% from 3, and then just 39% from the free throw line as they go 9 for 23.
Yeah, that's an area that's got to be, obviously talked about, that you got to go to the line and focus on just going through the same routine, but also visualizing a little bit before you step up the line and having some confidence that I know I'm going to shoot this when it's going to go in, and if it doesn't, step off the line. So many shooters, you just see them go stand there and they wait. I was always taught you don't go to the line till you have to. Stay away. Yeah. Don't go there and psych yourself out, I guess. I don't know, but definitely in a close game, which it was a close game, but they had the lead. But against a good team, you're not going to get away with that.
Right. You look at the scoring for Duchesne in this game, 9 points for Jaylee Farnsworth to lead the way, and she had 7 rebounds as well. 8 points for Kelsey Grant with 5 rebounds in the game. 7 points for Chesney Farnsworth with 4 rebounds. 4 points for Kira Grant off the bench. 3 points for Lexi Moreland. And 2 points apiece for Tanisha Torgerson and Chloe Cowan off the bench. And 1 point apiece for Morgan Ewell and for Tasia Moat for the Eagles. They ended up shooting just 19% from the floor. In fact, they got slightly worse in the second half shooting-wise. They go 0 for 6 from 3. Their bright spot was they were 61% from the free throw line, going 19 for 31.
Yeah, that's a poor shooting night all the way around other than the free throw line.
Yeah.
And like I say, part of that's the length. I really think the length of North Severe defensively, it altered all those shots.
And then for the rebound battle, it was won by North Sevier 42-36. They ended up being even on offensive rebounds in the game. Turnovers 23 for North Sevier, just 16 for Duchesne in this game. Anything else to glean from those stats, Nolan?
No, North Sevier obviously, once again, they got to take care of the ball.